welcome to Minute with Nature. I'm your host, Lauren Azoury, the Park Naturalist for West Bloomfield Parks. And today we're here inside our nature room talking about the state symbols of Michigan. Lots of state symbols were established early in the 1900s, and one of those was our state bird, the robin. It's a very common bird here in the state of Michigan and can be easily seen and watched. They're a fun bird to watch because they do eat lots of worms, and they can eat up to 14 feet of worms in a day. That's a lot of worms for one little bird. Another way to figure out where robins are at, if you want to see them or view them, you can look for their nests in the early spring. Robin nests are pretty abundant here in our area. Different birds use different materials to build their nest. The robin uses a mud base. So you'll notice a nest that has this thick mud and then lots of grasses on the inside and surrounding it on the outside. Sometimes they'll even use string and yarn and things from other people. This one even has like a little trash bag put into it, as well as some birch bark. But for the most part, it's a mud base with the grasses put on the inside. Also, those beautiful blue eggs that they lay in there in the early spring is an identifier as well. The state reptile of Michigan is the painted turtle. The painted turtle became our state reptile in 1995. When a 5th grade class realized we didn't have one, they passed a bill for the painted turtle to become our state turtle. They're an aquatic turtle, can be found mostly by water and usually sunning themselves on logs. The reason they get their name painted turtle is because they have this beautiful shell. This is the shell from a painted turtle. You can notice along the edges there's a lot of detail and patterning that's on their shell, and that's a big identifier for the painted turtle. The state tree of Michigan is our white pine tree. The white pine tree is a great symbol for Michigan. It identifies one of the main industries that we were known for years ago, and that's the Michigan lumber industry. To identify a white pine tree versus other pine trees we might have here like the red pine, you pluck a little bundle of needles off the tree and it will have 5 needles in one bundle. And that also stands for WHITE. So 5 needles means our white pine tree, which is our state tree. The state game mammal of Michigan is the white-tailed deer. The white-tailed deer became our state game mammal in 1997, and that was decided by a 4th grade class. They found out that there was a white-tailed deer in every county in Michigan, and that's why it makes a great symbol to be represented here in Michigan. We have lots of white-tailed deer, and they stay here all season long. So you can see them in the spring, summer, winter, and fall. There are lots of other state symbols of Michigan. We have a state fossil as well as a state wildflower, but we don't have a state insect. We're one of only 3 states in the whole United States that do not have a state insect. But right now, a resident of Keego Harbor, someone here in the Greater West Bloomfield area, is trying to get a bill passed for the monarch butterfly to become our state insect. So stay tuned, because hopefully soon Michigan will have a new state insect. And that's your Minute with Nature.